everybody. Lance Russell and Dave Brown right along ringside. And by golly, I'm excited about today. We got ourselves a great lineup, Davey, don't we?
What a card. Opening match. We're going to have Mike Maroney in here. He will be going against Big Guy Mitchell in an opening single match. He is indeed.
Pounds as well.
Out of Canada. He will be here. Carl Fergie goes against beautiful Bobby Eaton in a single match. Tony Boyle's taking on the magnificent Zulu. Zulu back in the area here. Then it's going to be a mixed man's and midget man's tag team match. On one side of the ring, Chief Thundercloud and Chief Lone Eagle. On the other, Cowboy Butch Cassidy and Jimmy Kent. Then, that's not all. Big expiration of time match today. Stand by for this one. Dr. Bill Irwin and Bob Steele on one side of the ring. On the other side, it'll be the superstar, Bill Dundee, and he will have as his partner the Welshman, Tony Charles.
We're looking forward to all of that. I'll tell you for a fact, a pairing in every doggone bout that we're really going to enjoy. We'll see them all with Tony and magnificent Zulu back first time in about 5 years. Guy Mitchell, brand new. We haven't had him here on Championship Wrestling. The Mid-America heavyweight champ, Bobby Eaton, will be in here against some tough competition, and Carl Fergie. That's it. By golly, I guess if we're going to get it all in, we better get at it, Dave. So I'll tell you what we do. We'll tell him we'll be back, ready to go with the opening bout in just one moment. Hey, we're back and ready. I guess we better ring the bell. Get ourselves underway with that opening bout in there. Mike Maroney is already in the ring. Referee Paul Morton waiting for it. And here he comes, big Canadian, Guy Mitchell, 280-something pounds.
87.
Yeah, man, he is out here. And first time that we've had him on Championship Wrestling. Large gentleman. Let's have the official introductions. Davey?
One full 15-minute time limit on the right of your screen there. From Memphis, Tennessee, 233 pounds, Mike Maroney. And from Canada, again, at 287 pounds, Big Guy Mitchell. This will be one fall, 15-minute time limit. Referee Paul Morton.
We're ready for it. Bell time, and here we go. Young Mike heading in there against a large one.
Big Guy Mitchell using the right hand. Maroney's head popped into that top turnbuckle. Mitchell flips him back center of the ring. Forearm by Mitchell. Follows with a foot. Maroney struggling to get back to his feet. Mitchell helps him up. Grabs him in a face lock. Big Guy Mitchell, the Canadian, using the knee and the broad arm. He's firing that broad arm a lot. Maroney trying to battle back, but being hammered down to the mat with a right arm. Fist. Big Guy Mitchell. Our first look at him on Championship Wrestling. Ooh. Referee Paul Morton checking with Maroney. About the possibility of giving it up on submission. He said no. Actually, he didn't say no. He just didn't give it up. Mitchell working on him back in the corner. Maroney slowly back to his feet. Guy Mitchell fires that open hand. Maroney has not really been able to make a move so far. Mitchell has kept him tied up all the way. Up in the air. Oh.
Hey, boy, Maroney is no lightweight either.
No,
Mitchell
he
went
isn't.
straight up in the air with him.
Dropped him right down to that mat. We're 2 minutes, 7 seconds into it. Mitchell drives him to the mat again, using the hands. Mitchell working pressure points, side of the neck.
Where you get in a situation like Mike, where Mitchell took over right at the beginning and was pounding him with those big arms and all. For the leg, he didn't get it.
Nope, no leg drop for Maroney. Instead, he gets body slammed by Big Guy Mitchell. First neck breaker by Mitchell. A cover. One, two. It's all over. It up. Referee Paul Morton helping Mike Maroney out here. But again, the win goes to Big Guy Mitchell. And the time, 2 minutes, 56 seconds. Right now, let's go over to Lance.
Okay, Davey, we right here after that big victory with Guy Mitchell, his first...
Listen, my friend.
Hey, please.
I want to say one thing to you. I intend to come in here and show you people what wrestling is all about. But I demand to have an interview when I defeat a capable opponent. And then next week, I want to be right here with you.
Fine.
Or there's serious trouble.
We always try to talk to the new wrestlers coming in. That isn't exactly who I was interested in talking to right at the moment. I wanted to bring in a gentleman that we always get such a kick out of seeing in the ring because he's a great athlete and has credentials behind him that just will not stop. Not only that, outside of the ring, he's he's got a great sense of humor, and I'm talking about Tony Charles. Tony, I got to tell you, it is great to see you here. And if you just let me run down quickly without all of them, but I'll hit on the high spots. Former U.S. junior heavyweight, former world junior heavyweight champion, and by golly, just about everything else. Want to find out a little bit about that background. I know that athletics has been a part of your life always, and you participated in that English football over there, which is kind of a tough sport, rugby.
Well, it's not only English, you know. It's Welsh, basically.
Yeah.
And the Welsh get very upset when you call it just English.
I didn't mean to insult you.
No, but it's called rugby. It's like your original game of football. It started years ago, and you've changed it, you've modified it over the years. We still play it in the original form without any pads or anything. So you get bashed about a little bit, you know.
And when you're not out about winning world titles and United States titles and other things, Tony, I know that you kind of like to go fishing and do a little skin diving down there and look at the fish, and every now and then you were telling me about one of them, you ran into some kind of fish down there.
Jack Ravel, very frightening, very frightening. I'm going to tell you something about sport. Out of all the major sports, competition, they talk about fitness. Well, to me, the biggest form of fitness is relaxation, and I just love to fish. I can relax completely, and it makes a difference, because when you can relax a tense muscle, it's ready to take up action again and go.
Tony, I got to go back to that fishing story because Tony made the statement to me. He said all of a sudden he came face to face with this Jack Ravel, which is kind of an ugly-looking fish.
It frightened me.
Yeah, it frightened him. He said
that 60 pounds, you know. It's very ugly with large teeth.
And Tony said, but at the same time, he took a look at this face right here, and he said, I frightened him.
That's exactly true. I didn't know which was more frightening. I was pointing it this way, and I was going to spear the fish right in front of me. I looked round, and he's right there, nose to nose. Fancy him being right next to this nose. It's frightening.
Tony Charles, I can't tell you how good it is to have you here.
Well, it's nice to be back, and the last time I was here, the fans in this area gave me a great reception. I loved it. And, of course, as you know, international, when I travel internationally, you hear about these spots that are hot. Yeah. Right now, this area is red hot, and I love to wrestle, and I love to make money.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be around.
You just love to live, my friend, and that's great to see. I like to see it. Tony, we're going to be looking for you with Bill Dundee in a tag match a little bit later on.
I'm looking forward to that myself.
Good to have you here. One of my favorite people, Tony Charles, one of the great champions around the entire world, and we're tickled to death to have him back. We're going to be back with wrestling action for you in just one moment. Finally happening Tuesday night, Louisville Gardens. Yes, sir. The Clash is on. The Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol, and Tommy Wildfire Rich. Long history of trouble. Last week, a couple of times you guys got into it, weren't even booked. This week, main event, Austin Idol and Tommy Rich.
Let me tell you a little something right now, Rich. Let me lay something on you. You better get one thing positively crystal clear, and that little punk mind of yours. You are now looking and listening at the truly, the only kingpin of professional wrestling. I am the man who made Louisville Gardens what it is today. I am the man who made Mid-South Wrestling what it is today, and I am the man who bears this world title right now. This means that I am the epitome. I have reached the pinnacle, the top of the mountain. And any time that you really feel that you have the guts and the ability to get in the ring with the idol, darling, then you've rang my telephone number. That's what it is. You've rang my number, and I will answer the call in Louisville because, darling, for the last 2 weeks in Louisville, I've had people standing on their feet, screaming at the top of their lungs, yes, Austin, yes, we love you.